You are watching CIO TV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Pranav wants to know that if we go in for a cloud-based security solution, so are there any kind of hidden or hidden cost? And even he mentions a nightmare also. So yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so we need to get certain perspectives right between capex model and an opex model. Okay.
mhm.
The advantage you get in a capex is that the tax loss, the depreciation, and the tax benefits you get over time. So in a 5 to 6 year period point of time, you completely own the asset, and after that you don't pay anything for it. In an opex model, you perpetually end up paying to the extent. So there's no end-to-end EMI kind of a scenario in an OPEX model. So the question is like this: is your business so dynamic? Is it growing at a very fast rate? Is there very seasonal changes between the year, between the months in your loads? So then it becomes uneconomical for you to design your system for the peak load, because the rest of the days you are not optimally utilizing the infrastructure. So the best solution in that kind of a scenario is to go for a hybrid kind of a cloud, where for 60 to 70% of your steady state requirement, you manage it within your private data center, that CapEx model. And whenever there is I would say, seasonal load or a burst load, then you take advantage of bursting into the public clouds and then leveraging them as and when there is a need. So you don't end up perpetually paying for your loads in a public cloud. At the same time, whenever there is a business requirement, you are able to tap into that opportunity, which is available dynamically to you. So a hybrid model would help optimize your, I would say, doing too much on your private data center, as well as paying perpetually in public cloud. So that way you can optimize on your costs, and which is in line with your business needs.
Sure. Thanks so much.
I think Harshil can add some input into it, since it's something related to your area.
Yeah, so while I deliberately didn't ask Harshil earlier, but Harshil, yeah, you can add, because the question is also related to any hidden cost. So while because you are one of the service provider yourself. So
yeah. So I had a counter question to Pranav, if he can be muted.
Yeah. Okay.
I would
please,
like to I would like to understand if he has had any nightmarish experience with cloud, and I wanted to understand from where this question is coming from. Because this is a very competitive environment, and most cloud providers today, whether it is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, all of them have cutthroat SLAs backed up with penalty clauses, which are very biased towards, I would say, to the customers, that it is very attractive to kind of ignore them, right? Of course, I would never say cloud is more inexpensive than on-premises. It always comes with a cost, but I would always urge enterprise to look at the long-term benefits of cloud, right? First, and the foremost is that traditionally, there was a huge army of IT professionals required just to keep the lights on. Okay, somewhere that investment could have gone into developing your business even more, or focusing on business outcomes. I think cloud has solved that problem. Today, you can innovate at a much faster pace, not worried about whether your IT operations will run seamlessly or not. I think cloud has solved that problem to a very large extent. Secondly, I think as Sriram, very aptly kind of described, because it is a very elastic kind of a setup where you can upgrade the capacity and degrade the capacity as per your business load. I think that dynamism and fluidity is what is required in IT operations. If you try to do that on premises, I think it will take months or years to kind of increase or decrease capacity, right? So those kind of dynamic changes without disrupting business is what cloud brings to the picture. As far as any hidden cost or any nightmares are concerned, I think most cloud contracts, as Munir was also mentioning, have these ring fences built very, very, very correctly for the customers, whether it is availability SLAs, whether it is limitations of liability, whether it is privacy, whether it is termination, right? All of those are very neatly kind of described in the cloud contracts. And if you kind of negotiate that well with the cloud provider, I think it's a pretty safe bet. And the benefits clearly outweigh the perceived risks that you have.
Yeah, thanks Harshil for that view.